Train! Right, these are done, they are fantastic, and I will talk about them and do a build montage for you, but first, to the range for the flinging of the phone. Not gonna lie, I'm having way too much fun with these. Yeah. Reload! Right, since I acquired the fancy dueling tree thing, I'm gonna give it a try. There are two-player games, so I'm gonna play right hand versus left hand. We will start with the right hand. No, we will start with the left hand, and we'll see how that works out. Goal is to hit all 6 targets and then the center. I've got more time. Reload. I can reload. That is a thing I can do. I gave myself lots of time. I'm not a professional. I'm also shooting from the hip because I'm shooting at short range. I don't even know which targets I've technically hit. I may have given myself too much time. I think I still need to hit the 25. Have I hit the 5 yet? We'll aim for the 5. I may have hit them all. So I've got 20 seconds. I gave myself 2 minutes. It's a good thing, because I've had to reload. Do a full reload. I think when the time runs out, I then have to try to hit the bullseye. 5 seconds. Alright, here we go. Maybe. Right's turn! Bunch of hits that time. Aim. Would you believe? Right hand won. 105 to 165. What do I get for not being able to tell which ones I've hit? Alright. Let's plink some more. Arbitrarily, the orange one is the left and the black one is the right because that means they rotate out when the cylinders rotate. Alright. These are entirely too much fun. I'll have a bit more talk, and then build montage. We're back. There's still a train. It's the same train. Editing is neat. So let's talk about these things. They turned out every bit as good as I hoped. Honestly, better. They both have the Nerf Mod Australia's kit in them. One is designed to rotate clockwise, one is designed to rotate counterclockwise, so I have a left and a right. I just thought that was neat, and it was really cool that he was willing to make that custom alteration for me. I'm sure he would for you if you asked. Couple of updates on the kit. He does make a cage for stock wheels and stock motors if you prefer. You just need to let him know. The standard kit includes the flywheel cage, the cylinder, and the extended pusher. It doesn't actually include the barrel or the battery housing or the handle cap. Those are extra, but they are definitely worth it because they make a huge difference. The handle cap alone is just awesome. I love that so much. And then the barrel and the battery housing just make for it's just a classier build in general. And the alternating cylinders just makes me so very happy. I'm really looking forward to running these in either our local wars because they're coming in at between 110 and 130. So it's a perfectly respectable FPS for sidearms. They would be allowed in many of the HVZs and Afterworlds and stuff like that. Especially if I use heavier ammunition, I'd probably slow it down a little bit. The highest I ever got was 131, and so some games cap at 120, and so they might be a little spicy for that. But for games that allow 130, they should be fine, and our wars are 150, so no problem there. The one thing I do need to acquire are holsters. I kind of considered going with holsters, but couldn't find a good way to mount them that I really liked, given that they're alternating. So I'm hoping somebody out there makes a custom holster or is willing to make a custom holster or knows of a holster that I can use. They will fit in a double AK pouch, which means I can put them on my standard vest, my heavy vest, as well as my hammershot loadout vest or thigh rigs. They don't holster easily. If you were to cut off the sight, they would holster a lot better. But I really don't want to do that. They will draw easily, but they won't reholster. So I'd like to get custom holsters for them. And I know a guy, actually, now that I think about it, who makes custom holsters. So I should reach out to him. He lives down in Portland. He's got a pair of my shoes that I left there. Life is weird. Anyway, yeah, so holsters for these would be great. The fact that they are rear loadable is obviously one of their best features, especially for something like HVZ, because it allows you to top off as you go. If you're using it as a secondary and you don't use it very much, you just need to pop off a couple of shots every once in a while, you can easily top up what you have fired, and that way you're less likely to ever run completely dry. That's the downside of something that's magazine fed, is you either have to reload when you still have a full magazine, or a partially full magazine and you're wasting rounds, or you end up running completely dry and you can't really top off a magazine fed blaster as easily as you can something like this. Now, obviously, once this does go dry, you have to reload all of it manually, whereas a magazine-fed blaster, you can swap in another magazine. However, once all your magazines are empty, that becomes a cumbersome process again, where reloading this while it's like still in your holster, you could just pull from your dump pouch and reload a couple of rounds while it's in your holster like this. So I'm really looking forward to seeing how well that actually works in practice. As you noticed in the firing footage, I tended to run them dry real quick, but I was pulling the trigger as fast as I could, and these things fire beautifully at that rate. There's no speed of trigger pull that I came up with where it bogged down or it wasn't able to handle it. Obviously, Fang revamps and the motors that I have in there are going to be able to handle that quite well. So you can definitely spam quickly, but you can also take your time and make your shots count. But either way, I'm really looking forward to running these. They should be a lot of fun. I think there's another train coming. Can hear it rumbling. Anyway, let's get to that build montage. Time has come to build the other one. So this one is using the Nerf Mods Australia kit. It has the orange kit. This one will be getting the black kit. They'll then get opposite paint jobs. There will still be lots of orange on them, but one will be orange with black stripes, one will be black with orange stripes. Which will be the other way around. And yeah, that'll be lovely. Well, let's get this thing open and get it modified. We'll get this one back open so that I can paint it. And yeah.
Shut up and sit down.
Oh yeah, they came out beautifully. Love how the paint looks. A fairly simple paint job. I'm still not particularly great at paint jobs. I definitely haven't learned the master things like weathering, and my taping, even as much as I try, I still have some run, but I like a simple paint job because these are going to get abused, and so I'm not too worried about the paint job, and I can always, you know, touch it up later. But yeah, love how they came out. Again, my thanks to Nerf Mods Australia for making this possible with the kits. Yep, there's that train. How dare you. Luckily, I'm done. So, thank you for watching.